Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care anymore. There's no way that they still care. I just saw the Walking Dead mid-season finale. They don't care anymore. There's no reason. They know people are going to watch regardless. They don't care anymore. As most of you saw, obviously, if you haven't even seen the episode, you saw everybody angry on Twitter about it. Carl got bit. And you saw the scene when he got bit? No? You didn't see the scene? Nobody saw the scene? They just kind of showed the bite? He just kind of lifted his shirt and was like, hey, look at this really freshly clean bite. Now here's the theory that I guess they want us to walk with. Let's step into the shoes of a Walking Dead writer, which basically means put on your retard hat. So, apparently, he got bit an episode or two ago when he was in the forest saving that random guy. I forgot his name. Who cares? They don't care. Supposedly, I guess one of the walkers must have bitten him at that time, which means for an entire episode, he's been walking around, shooting, running and gunning, being near crazy, exploding shit, and nothing has happened to him. He's been A-okay. He hadn't looked sick. I mean, you saw him like, a little bit. But think of the people you've seen get bit and how they reacted and how their stamina and how their just bodies just kind of shut down after they got bit. Now look at Carl. Totally different, ain't it? And that's just one of the terrible, terrible things from this mid-season finale. We're going to dive into a few plot points. Can you really call them plot points? Or was just shit happening? I'm going to call it. I'm going to jump into a few things that happened. So apparently, the Saviors got out. How'd they get out? Who cares? They don't care. All you see is that they got out. You see Negan laughing. We get a hint that supposedly Eugene had a plan. And that's all you need to know. Maybe they'll explain it when they come back. Maybe they won't. Who cares? So Maggie and a couple of the crew are driving down a dark road. And when I say a couple of the crew, I mean at least 9 cars, full of, soldiers. And they see a fallen tree in the road. And they're like, maybe we should go closer to this fallen tree. There's no way that there can be any danger from this fallen tree. Maybe it fell on its own. Trees fall on their own. Shut up, Jesus. So the Saviors come out of the woodwork, out of the woods, put guns to all Maggie's soldiers, and I guess every single soldier, nobody decides to fight back, and they're just surrounded. Surrounded. I'm going to put some quotes on that. They are surrounded by people, and I think they killed one person in Maggie's car, and then they let them go. They took their guns. For some reason, the Saviors have guns. After the last episode, they said they didn't have any more guns. But, who cares? Why does he let them go? Why does he need to take Maggie prisoner or something? Why? You know what I'm going to say. Then we got Dwight, who I guess now is officially switching sides. Let me tell you about this scene. So Dwight is hiding. Dwight is driving them right into a trap. The girl says that he's driving them into a trap. So he drives them into a trap. See how repetitive that is? And as they get in there, he finally starts to switch sides and he shoots like a whole bunch of the Saviors. And then, I don't know if he runs out of ammo or he needs to reload, but the girl comes around and starts monologuing while pointing a gun at him, and she catches the traitor. The traitor that they've been looking for. They straight up say, oh my God, you're the traitor. And she shoots him in the shoulder. She shoots him in the shoulder and runs away. Come on now. Really? If there was a traitor in your camp of of killers, straight up killers. You shoot the traitor in his shoulder. You don't capture him. You just shoot him in his shoulder and run away. I'm sorry. They don't care. And we have Negan who comes in and they're like shooting grenade launchers over the wall. Even Negan is becoming a little too cartoonish. Like, it's like he talks the same way in everything. Everything he says has to have that certain oomph to it, like everything. I can see Negan just be like, man, I really have to go to the bathroom. It's like, okay, why don't you just turn it down a little bit, Negan? Calm down, Negan, you weirdo. Man, was that a good shit I just took? No, Negan, you don't have to have that excitement about everything. Then we got Rick and Negan. They face off in this big fight. And here's the problem I have with this fight. So Negan is beating the crap out of Rick. What am I calling Nick? Rick. So he's beating up Rick, and next thing you know, they are fighting, and he pushes him out of a window with Rick's gun in his hand. What does Rick do? Rick runs away. Why does Rick run away? He has a gun. He could point the gun right in the window and shoot him. You know, since he supposedly wants Negan dead. That was just one of the many things that didn't make sense in this stupid finale. Let's go back to the bite. I don't know if Carl changed his shirt or whatever happened, but if you get bitten, I'm pretty sure the blood would go through your shirt. Now, I know what you're going to say. He had a bandage on. Okay, but look at that. He has a bandage on and it's bleeding. Nothing went through. This must be the bounty quicker picker-upper of Band-Aids. Once again, who cares? Now let's get into the reason why they are killing off Carl. First of all, he has to die. Unless they introduce some weird twist that there are some people immune to the virus, which would ruin the entire... You might as well just erase the whole first 8 seasons, because there are people who they saw get bitten and immediately shot them. So if we're gonna come with he's immune, y'all, that would show that not only do you not care, but you think people stupid. Now back to the reason why it happened. The showrunner, his name is Scott Gimple, or Simple. I'm gonna call him Scott Simple, because he's a simple. He's been doing the show, he's been showrunner since season 4. So all that crap we've been getting since season 4 is his fault. His idea is the reason he's doing this is so... I'm gonna have a comic book spoiler here. When Rick slices Negan, he slices Negan's... Why is my nose like this? He slices Negan's throat. And Negan, I guess, is taken prisoner and still alive. I guess they're saying with that random scene that happened in the beginning, remember that random scene where Carl was just talking way too much to be living? Like, literally the only point of that opening scene, which was the only scene in daylight, the whole episode was in darkness. The only part that was in the daylight where he's talking about, well, there's gotta be another way. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna kill them all? We're just gonna kill them all, Dad? The only reason that scene exists is so Rick can have a quote-unquote revelation that maybe he shouldn't kill Negan. So in order for him to get to that point that he's in the comics, they needed a reason. So why don't we kill off, a character who is also from the comics and who isn't dead in the comics, who might have a really important role in the future. So why don't we kill him? Now don't get me wrong, there was a point where a lot of people wanted Carl dead. Around season 4, Literally everything before, I think, season 5. Everything. Everybody wanted Carl dead. Then they made him slightly important, slightly likable. And so now they're like, hey, why don't we kill him? Of all the people, of all those secondary characters that you usually kill, that you can kill, you choose Carl. Who cares? Is there even a point of talking about the part with Ezekiel? Like, he gets all the people out of the kingdom and he's left behind. And I guess Morgan is outside the gate to make a save that doesn't happen in this episode. Whatever. And the ending scene before they get to the bite Carl, the bitten Carl. They're going down this underground sewer tunnel. And they're all like just lined up, all the survivors and stuff. And Carl's at the end of the tunnel. Does anybody know he's bitten? Because there have been times where people were bit, like literally 1 second, and they shot them then and there. So you telling me ain't nobody knows about Carl's condition? The sucky part is his father even posted on Facebook after it and said he can't believe that they literally fired Carl 2 days after his 18th birthday. The actor I'm talking, Chandler Riggs, fired 2 days after his 18th birthday. Pedophile maybe? Okay, let's not throw out those accusations. I don't know how much involvement Robert Kirkman has with the series, but I really hope he's able to step in some kind of way and save this, because there is no saving The Walking Dead. Did you see how weird the editing was? Why did we have those scenes of just people just looking around, looking at the screen, trying to look intense, these weird face close-ups? Does The Walking Dead like know its identity? There's all these weird tone changes, and that's why people think it's so bad, because it doesn't have its own identity. It just goes with whatever feels right that episode. The only real identity it has is that when a character is talking way too much, they're gonna die. So let me know how you feel in the comment section. Do you feel like this is a good move to kill off Carl? How do you feel about all of this? Tell me what rating you gave the finale. I gave the finale a 1 out of 10. And giving it that 1 was generous. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and most importantly, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you to stop watching The Walking Dead. But I will say this. After season 8, we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. I review stuff, but I can only take so much. I can only take so much.
Now look at you walking in here looking all pretty and angry and mean and good. I know you didn't get your hair done so you could just sit down and just sit still.
Hey, we trying to have a good time tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go.